once a week kitchen. Nearly at the end of the week of meals for four, for less than £30. Sorry it's taken longer than a week, but I do have to fit the filming around my work, which is quite time consuming. So I just do it when I'm not at work, which is only 2 days a week. So today I'm going to do a vegetable bake. It's made with leeks, parsnips and tomatoes. Then there's a cheese sauce on it and a breadcrumb topping, which is absolutely delicious. So we'll make a start and get cracking. So your leek, parsnip and pasta bake. I've got 250 grams of parsnips sliced, popping into a pan of salted water. I've got 250 grams of leeks, which I've washed and sliced. They're also going in to boil with the parsnips. I'm going to bring these to the boil, and I'm going to boil them for about 5 minutes until they're almost tender. In the meantime, I've got a cooked pasta here. This is the other half of the pasta that I use for the tuna pasta bake. So there's half a pack of pasta there. I'm going to slice the tomatoes. These have been blanched in boiling water and peeled, which I believe I've showed you how to do that before. Plunge them into boiling water for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then refresh them in cold water, and then the skin peels off easily. So we've got the main ingredients now. While the leeks and the parsnips are cooking, I'm going to make some cheese sauce. For the cheese sauce, I've got half an ounce of butter, 25 grams of butter in the pan, which is around about an ounce. Melting that, I've put in about half a teaspoonful of dry mustard powder. So we're going to add some pepper and some salt, about half a teaspoon of each. Let the butter melt. Then we're going to stir in 25 grams approximately of plain flour. I've shown you this before, but it's such a useful sauce. That's about right. I never weigh things really. Been doing it so long that I just guess that the measurements are for a guide. I've got the oven on at 190 degrees Celsius, which is 375 Fahrenheit, around about gas mark 5. So what we need to do now is let that cook for a minute. I'm going to add in half a pint of milk and about 50 grams of grated cheddar cheese, mature. The flour's cooked now, so I'm adding in some milk. If you're worried about your sauce going lumpy, use a whisk, and that ensures you don't get lumpy sauce. Just a quick tip, but it does work. So I'm going to stir that now until it thickens. Right, the sauce is thickened now, so I'm going to add in about 50 grams of grated mature cheddar cheese. I'm going to save the rest of it. There's about 30 grams left. I'm going to save that for the topping of the bake. So just stir that in. Turn off the heat, because we don't want to boil the cheese, it may go stringy. Just keep whisking and the cheese will melt in. And you've got a nice smooth sauce there. And the parsnips and leeks have been boiling for 5 minutes, so I'm now going to drain them off. In a colander. I've got a greased oven proof dish here, so I'm going to put half the leeks and parsnip mixture in the bake, and I'm going to put half the pasta in on top. Start again, layer. Very useful to have cooked pasta ready. That's why I like to make a big batch and freeze it, because it's so useful just to be able to take the pasta out when you need it and make it into a quick dish. So the last of the tomatoes on top. Next, we'll pour over the cheese sauce. Now for the topping, I've got 30 grams of grated cheese, mature cheddar, 50 grams of granary breadcrumbs. I've made those using the quick tip, which is on my channel, called quick tip breadcrumbs. And I'm going to mix those together with an ounce of butter that I've melted it off in the microwave. So I'll just give those a stir. And we're going to pop this on top and then into the oven for about 35 minutes. Got to use your hands here, it's no good trying to tip it on, because it won't work, so you've got to be hands on here. Because this dish is quite full, I will stand it on a baking tray in the oven so that if it boils over a little bit it doesn't mess up the oven too much. Right, to me, just put that on there. While that's cooking, I'm going to get my frying pan and I'm going to fry these courgettes in a little butter until they're golden brown, just to serve up with the vegetable bake. Right, this is the finished bake. I'm just going to serve it up now with some beautiful golden courgette medallions. Don't worry if it falls to bits. Now, trust me, there are so many flavours going on this plate that you'll never miss the fact that there's no meat in it. Just serve up these beautiful buttered courgettes. There's a vegetarian dish there to be proud of. Just clean that up. There you go. I'm just going to eat that now because it absolutely smells delicious. See you later.